Hey, fan family, and welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Jeff Cook. And on this episode, we've got two segments. The first segment, we're joined by Mills Knebel. Mills is the senior captain for the Lake Travis fishing team. He's also a midfield player for their lacrosse team. He's active in his church, he's active in his community. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to be a leader, what is it like to fish in the competitive fishing series, and then we go straight to LBJ results qualifier number 3. What a great day that was. There were some really nice bags caught, some first time personal best, first times catching fish ever. And we're going to highlight the top 10 winners in that last segment of this episode of Real Talk. So stick around, have fun. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk, where faith, fishing, and friendships come together.
All right. Mills, welcome.
Very great. Very happy to be here.
All right, man.
How you doing?
Good. I'm glad we finally got you scheduled in for this episode of Real Talk. Before we get too deep, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I've been fishing since I've been a little boy. My dad got me into it, and I kind of excelled myself through YouTube and like kind of progressed and become a better angler. And I started the Lake Travis fishing team during COVID. Tyler Reels Fishing, he started it first, and during COVID, it got shut down because of all that, which is kind of funny because COVID people were out fishing a lot more because it's only one of the only things you could do.
Right.
And so I restarted it my sophomore year. And it's just been, kids have started joining. We fished a couple tournaments. It's been a great time. It's been awesome.
Yeah. And so a little bit more outside of fishing, and how did you get started in just fishing in general?
So I got started fishing in general on the Llano River when I was a young kid. I caught a catfish on the Llano River with my dad. And then he bought me my first combo. And then I just got deeper into it. And I started fishing all around Austin, over by the dam on Lake Austin, and I did my first guided trip, and then that's when I really got into strictly bass fishing, and that's when it's kind of started becoming my jam.
Wow. So we probably just real quick, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught so far?
So the biggest fish I ever caught was on the Llano River. I caught an 8-pound bass, a largemouth on the Llano River when I was young on a Zoom Super Fluke, and I caught it on 6-pound mono on an ultralight combo. So
Oh, wow.
that was a fight.
Wow, that is. And so I know you're involved in many things, and I was kind of reading through the history of Mills. You're the senior captain for the Lake Travis fishing team, and I want to get into that a little bit more. But you're also and you do lacrosse. You're in the Young Men's Service League, and so how do you find all these different things that you kind of migrate to, and what do you really enjoy most of all of that?
So, I mean, I enjoy fishing the most out of any of those things. I have really bad ADHD, and I don't really have much patience with anything else. But when it comes to fishing, I can really get that patience, and I really feel at home. I feel safe. I really can connect with God the most during fishing compared to anything else, because it's a personal relationship with you, your rod, and God, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I totally get that. You're just out in creation, and it's pretty awe-inspiring just to sit there and go, wow, God, you created this. Some of the most beautiful paintings are in the sunrise in the morning.
Right, exactly.
And sunset too, but we seem to be up at the crack of dawn more than anything else. As a captain of the fishing team, what does that mean? So tell us what that role means as far as being the captain, a senior captain of the Lake Travis fishing team.
So I'll help schedule meetings with the fishing team, so we can talk about pre-fishing a lake, some spots are on the lake, what to look for. Also, like scheduling guest visits, guides to come in, maybe help us talk through what's going on in the lake, stuff like that. So,
Okay. What do you like most about being in that role?
like, I do pretty well in leadership positions. I like that it's my team, but also everyone else has their own relationship with fishing, and they can flourish with themselves and discover fishing for themselves too. That's what's really important to me.
So how do you help motivate and lead your teams during tournaments?
So my partner, my buddy Tony, we've been fishing together for a long time, and we really motivate each other. really, he helps me, decide where I want to fish, and I'll tell him where we should go. I think there's a lot of that connection with partners, and all of my buddies on the fishing team, they're partners. They work together as a team, which is something that a two-person team is not very common in sports. So
Yeah.
it's very cool.
Do you stay with you and your partner throughout the season? Do you mix it up? How is your club structured as
So
far as, getting a team for a tournament?
so I fish with my buddy pretty much all the tournaments that I fish with my buddy.
Okay.
Um, I would love to get out there and fish with other guys, but when it comes down to it, I want to win, and that's who I feel like I have my best shot with.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it is a competitive sport, right?
Yes, sir.
So how long have you, and what's his name?
Tony Caligari.
Tony. And Tony, if you're out there, what's up? How long have you guys fished together?
We've been fishing together about 3 years. It started. I met him playing tennis actually in 8th grade, and then we became buddies. And we fished LBJ or Austin, Lake Travis. We fished all the lakes around here together. So we have a good time. We fish tournaments and we fish just as buddies. So
We just get out there and hits all the golf ponds
Yeah.
around Lake Travis.
he also got me into swim bait fishing too. So he's one of those big swim bait fishing guys. And so
We'll dig into that too in a little bit. Can you share a moment where your leadership, you felt made an impact on someone in your team or in school or any of the other endeavors that you're involved with?
I feel like I'm a very good hype man. Like I can really, persuade someone to be better, maybe put in more effort into something. That's something I'm pretty good at.
Gotcha. And what would be some advice that you would give someone that's looking at maybe taking on more leadership roles, whether on that fishing club, school, or just in the community?
I think being confident is key. You really can't lead other people unless you're confident around them and you really feel like what you're doing and what you're saying is right.
Yeah, I think there's some level of confidence that has to happen. That's a good point. I also, and I wrote this scripture down because I think it's important, and it's in Mark 10:43. It's whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. So do you feel that servanthood is also a key component to leadership?
Yeah, I think, Jesus dropped down on his knees and washed the feet of his companions. So,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely that being a servant and helping out others is definitely a big part of being a leader.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's a good example too. When he did that, very humbling. So Mills, I know you do a lot in the community. So tell us a little bit about some of those things that you do in the Lake Travis.
So I like taking out younger kids that, maybe haven't been exposed to fishing or, don't really know how to get started and, kind of helping them out and helping them learn the ropes, which a lot of kids around here, they don't really have that opportunity. And I'm very blessed and grateful to be able to give kids that opportunity.
Yeah, no doubt, and I'm sure they appreciate that a lot. Do you guys do any community learn to fish events out here in Lake Travis?
So we've thought about planning some stuff with the team, and we need to get stuff planned in order to get out and help the community. And that's something we're definitely looking forward to doing.
Yeah, that's great. I'm happy to help with that too. So I don't look too far. How many years have you been competitively fishing now?
So this is my 3rd year competitively fishing. I'm trying to think of when my best place is. But I don't remember what my best place in a tournament is. I think we placed 8th, and I can't remember, but
That's okay.
it's
Well,
been.
what do you enjoy most about competing?
Honestly, I like the weigh-in. I like seeing what other kids have done during the day. I like comparing how well I did, and it really is. It brings a competitive edge to the whole thing. Also, knowing that every single fish I catch or every single fish that I have on is going to be maybe this is the one to win the tournament.
Yeah.
It brings that edge. You start sweating a little bit. It's something special about that for sure.
So how would you describe your fishing style?
So in the morning, I really like to throw top water stuff if it's warmer out, and then once it starts dying down, I'll switch to live scope. I'm jigging a minnow, which can be pretty lame, but it's it's productive. So it's what I like doing.
Right. So what are your confidence baits?
My confidence baits, I gotta go top 3 confidence baits. I gotta go spook. I gotta go a drop shot with robo worm, and then my 3, I got just a minnow, jig head minnow.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So and I mean, I've guided on Travis a long time, and I noticed the baits. I had someone ask me how far as technology changed in fishing. And for me, just on Lake Travis, not excluding live scope and some of
Yeah.
this digital technology, just baits. And it was back in the early 90s when I was out here guiding on the lake. We would use a 1/4 ounce Kalin's jig, and now it's kind of the nerd Ned rig, the
Yeah.
Ned rig or the shaky head. It's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing, and so
Yeah.
things haven't changed a lot in how we catch fish. But it was just funny because I'm thinking, I mean, Kalin's grew up and worked perfectly, and now they're Ned rigs
Yeah.
and shaky heads.
Yeah. The thing about Travis, you got to fish kind of slow and low in the water column. So that's how you produce the best spots on Travis is fishing slow. And I mean, I use a lot of electronics on Travis, but the biggest fish I've caught, I'm throwing off the back of my boat into a grass flat, just slowly working that drop shot. That's how I catch the big ones on Travis.
How do you prepare for the tournament?
So the night before, I usually sit out on my boat and, take everything off, re-rig whatever I feel like is going to be best on that lake. And I'll usually sit with my buddy and do that too. And that's kind of a fun thing. And then morning of, I get up, get breakfast, but don't eat too much because you don't want to have your stomach hurting.
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
So,
There's been a lot of learn the hard way to have
yeah.
that big old burrito the night
And
before.
no coffee either. No coffee either. That's a no-go for me.
So you spend your time on the boat, just kind of just mentally preparing. Do you get a chance to go practice at all pre-fish?
Yeah, so pre-fishing is fun. I think I hate about pre-fishing though is I always seem to catch bigger fish pre-fishing than I do in the tournament, but
Yeah.
that seems like a typical thing. Um, yeah, preparing for a lake, it's an interesting thing to do because you might prepare for that lake and it's gonna fish totally different on the day of the tournament than you prepared for it, than how
Yeah.
you prepared for it. Even if it's a month before, the lake can turn over or something can change and that lake will fish totally different and the baits you're throwing won't catch,
Yeah.
sometimes. So.
No, that's an absolute fact. So that's why I was curious. Everybody has a different methodology of how they want to prepare for a tournament. And some it's all about practice. And like you said, it's just more mentally preparing. You probably, fish these lakes. We don't usually go too far off grid, right?
Right.
We kind of fish similar bodies of water year
Yeah.
after year. So you get some experience of kind of the lake, its structure, whether it's limestone ledges, grass, or whatever. So you just kind of say, okay, what's the weather look like? Kind of dig a little deep so our audience get an idea how you like to prepare.
So a big part of preparing for a fishing tournament for me involves using like Google Maps or Apple Maps and really just like scouting those ledges, scouting the points. Because a lot of the times with all this satellite imagery, you can tell how deep a spot's going to be or how much that drop off is going to really affect your fishing that day or before the tournament. So I mean, I'll literally, if I'm fishing a new lake that I've never fished before, I'll sit on Google Maps and just scroll through all the points and just look at everything and pick out the spots that I like and mark a pin on them. And that's what I'm looking at when I'm driving the boat tournament day. Hey, this is that spot. I'm gonna go pull up on it. And sometimes that'll produce pretty well.
Yeah. And I think, and I agree with you. A lot of times when you get too hung up on a practice experience, I've done this where I've gone out and I've practiced and I thought I figured something out. And you go tournament day and the wind shifted, the temperature dropped, the lake may have dropped. So everything you built up in your head is not really what you're facing that day. So you got to pivot. So tell me about a time when you kind of thought you knew what you were going out to go do and you got out there and it just wasn't working for you. When did you realize I need to pivot? And how did that change the day?
So last year on Travis, I actually had a pretty tough experience. We fished a tournament on Travis last year, right? There was a fan tournament on Travis. So we have our 5 fish limit, and we were just trying to cull out a couple of the smaller ones, and we ran all the way up the lake. And we were doing well in the south part of the lake. We caught our 5, and I was like, hey, let's go up north. I bet we can catch the biggest up there. And we run up north, and on the way up there, the freaking motor blows up.
Oh no!
And so.
Oh.
I was trying to change stuff around when I really should have just stuck to my gut, which was staying down in the south part. That's where my boat is. That's where I've gotten used to fishing. So Yeah.
And how did that end up for you? Were you able to get back to the
So
weigh-in?
we got towed back to weigh-in, and I didn't do as well as I thought I was as I wanted to do,
Okay.
especially on my own home lake. That made me pretty mad. So
But a good, this happens, right? And this
right,
is kind of part of what this podcast is about. You're out there, you break down.
it's always unpredictable.
Yeah, and so
Everything's
at that point, you had to make a decision. Was your thought then, all right, we're going to fish for a little bit, and I got to figure out how to get back, or was it like I need to stop what I'm doing and get back to weight?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. We had to just stop what we were doing and get towed back, because we were pretty.
And you had fish.
Yeah. So where we were really south of the weigh-in, and the north part where the tournament point is where the weigh-in was, and that's kind of where we were near, which we were lucky that we were near there because I decided to run up.
Okay.
So, but it ended up we ended up getting towed back, and then I think we weighed in like 12.
From the loss.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the outcome you expected, but I mean, in an adverse day, you were able to get back and beat your
Right.
fish weight.
Yeah.
Good call. So, do you have a favorite tournament memory?
Yeah. So, LBJ was a really fun one last year. We stayed at a cabin on LBJ, which was really fun, and then we got to wake up and drive out instead of dropping in the morning. And I didn't really have a favorite memory, but I mean, I lost to Biggin, and it was just a really fun tournament just to be out there on LBJ. It's my favorite lake. It's one of the prettiest lakes in Texas, in my opinion. And I was just
Yeah, just a just a great lake, a good experience. Did you guys weigh in a limit? Was it a good outcome? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So, I love this. It's like oftentimes we think of our best moments are big fish, heavy bags, winning tournaments. And if I hear you correctly, you just enjoyed the experience of being on a beautiful lake, having fun catching fish.
Right. And that's what a lot of people fail to, take advantage of, is that it's not all about getting out there and, catching all the big ones and doing whatever. It's about being with your buddy, spending time on the water, making the connection with God, which is obviously what we do through Fifth Abram Network, which is why it's such a great tournament organization.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a great segue because I do want to talk a little bit about that with you. I know you're active in your church, sports, music. You do a lot of things like that. So how do you keep all of your priorities aligned?
well, I mean, God always comes first. And I think one of the few things that I can find God in is fishing, connecting with nature, and obviously sports. Competing for God is a really important part. In lacrosse, I really we pray before every game. It's like I try to devote my time, my life, my opportunities to God, which is a really important part of my life.
Yeah. And so in lacrosse that you play,
Mhm.
what position do you play in lacrosse?
I play defensive midi and long stick midi, so midfield.
Gotcha. And how long have you been playing lacrosse?
I've been playing since second grade, so pretty long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any memorable moments in your lacrosse experience?
So, 8th grade, we played Westlake in our district championship game, and we
Westlake,
beat
yeah, look
them.
out, Westlake.
So, yeah, that was my favorite experience.
And so your faith, and I love that how that is a key element. And a shout out to Lake Travis Fishing, to all the captains, to Kevin and Jonathan and everyone out there. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing everyone on the water. But before I let you go, if you are enjoying this podcast, please subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the Marines. Tell us what you think about any particular lake. Leave a comment. We'll see you. God bless. In first place, with 18 pounds even. This is a solid AOI place because they're already leading the AOI, and it's Braxton Ebner and Remington Stewart. Come on up. And where's your captain, so we can get some love for the captain, because we got a captain gift card as well.
On the stage.
Hold on.
You guys can get these after.
All right.
They're tall.
What happened to the microphone? Do you have the other microphone?
It's right here in my hand.
Where's the other microphone?
It's right here in my hand.
Oh.
All right, Captain.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
A plaque.
Thank you.
He's
All
going to ask questions.
Somebody hold that microphone so we can capture it on the camera as well. Well done. Again, let's get over here so we can see everybody, and I'll stand over here. You guys know the drill. We're going to go down and we're going to ask you how you did, what your strategy was today, how you caught your fish, any special ticks or tricks or techniques, and we'll just go there and then we'll let Captain talk at the end.
Which one do we use?
Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, today was a blessed day. We got on some grass early and caught a decent limit and just put our head down and coiled up the rest of the day. We lost a few big ones and that was really discouraging, but it all worked out. So.
Like he said, we were just trying to try and get a fast limit in the morning, and we did. And then we just tried to go throughout the whole day and cull, which it happened a couple times, but you just have to put your head down and keep fishing and hope it works out.
Go for it. We want to hear what you got to say.
Just a fun day. Any day I get to go with these guys, it's just a awesome day, and watching them catch fish and learn. And I've got to watch them since 6th grade, and it's just been a pleasure. They've just turning into young adults, and just an awesome day, especially when the fish are biting. So.
Yeah. Totally agree. First place right here with 18 even. Great job. We're going to get you your scholarships, and I owe you a gift card that I'll get to you. So we have a Cabela's gift card. You don't have it in there. I realized I didn't add it to the mix. Okay. Get some pictures and...
Their poles are down there.
Oh, you want to go down there and grab your poles? They have everything. They got it's a total of $1,000 scholarship. The Johnny Morris combos. Captain got the reel. And there you go. So in second place with 16.30, Bass Club of Champions, Trent Ott and Christopher Buckcannon, come on up for second place. Where's your captain?
He is somewhere around here. I don't know.
Come on, Cap.
Right there in the middle. There you go.
All right, same thing. Is Andrea GM is working on all the swag. Before she hands those out, I'm going to hand you this.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you the same question. What are any particular tricks or techniques that you learned today and how you prepared for today? And we'll go down there. If you want to recognize any sponsors or anybody, now's a good time to do it. Go ahead and take that too, because they need to hear you and they need to hear you.
Mainly we just fished docks all day. Just fished it with a wacky rig. Kind of just went back to what we were confident in.
Yeah, I just learned how to skip under a dock for the first time. Got better as the day went on. But yeah, like you said, we just used wacky worm and skip under the docks all day long.
Captain?
Captain?
Hold both of them, Captain.
What did I learn, or what's the question?
Tell us how your day went. Just kind of, what does it mean to be a captain with these?
I sat in the boat. I drove around wherever they told me to go. I sat in the middle. I ate a lot of snacks. I was very well hydrated, and
stayed out.
Watched them do their thing, and I was an A+ netter today. I got.
All right, very good. Let's get a picture of them if y'all want to stand right here, and I'll take this right here too. All right, coming up next will be Bernie Bass Club. Third place with 16.15. Victor Saprito and Wesley Tillman, come on up for third place. And I need to line up the big bass here in a minute, too. Where's your captain?
He's over there. Right there.
Why does he do that to me?
He does that every time. He's shot.
All right.
That's a lie.
Same question. Tricks, tips, and techniques. How you plan for today, and then you tell us what does it mean to be a captain.
Today, this morning was pretty good. All we did was throw some Ned rig, skip it under docks, and throw it on just rocks and all of that. Definitely something I need to learn. Definitely have better casting accuracy and learn how to skip under docks, because that's not easy.
Yeah, same thing. It was pretty slow. In the morning, it was pretty good. We got a full bag pretty quick, and then as the afternoon went on, it slowed down. But I definitely need to work on skipping under docks.
So yeah, it's a blessing to be able to come out here and spend a day with young men, mentoring, leading, showing them how to do things they may not have done in the past. We did fish this tournament blind, so we got fairly lucky in coming out and finding some fish. And then super proud of these young men because we had our fish at 9 a.m., caught our last keeper fish at 10:15, and they kept fishing the whole day. So super proud of y'all. Thank y'all for putting in the effort.
All right, there you go. Third place. We're going to go down to the front. We're going to bring on fourth and just kind of go somewhat quickly until we get to big bass, and then we're going to give a award the big bass award. So I'm going to do this with the wind blowing, so let's go. Fourth place, Lampasas Badgers with 16:07. Colton Manning and Trent Rogers, come on down. All right. They may have left. I don't know. All right. Caden LeBay and Cooper LeBay. Fifth place, 1568. Come on up.
Thank you.
All right. Turn around, let's get some pictures. Man, coming down here made a lot of wind. All right, in sixth place, Luke Colas and David Colas. I'm saying that right? Bernie Bass Club, come on down. All right, right here. Get some pictures. This is going to sound lovely, I'm sure. In seventh place, Cash Gatlin, Callan Combs, Bernie Bass Club. Come on down. 14-4-6. All right, come on up here and get a picture. Good job. Now, also, including 8th place and big bass, Truett Tucker and Owen Thornton. All right, let's get the big bass right here. How'd you catch your big bass?
On a weightless Cinco. A weightless Texas rig.
Texas rig. Okay, was it at a dock or any type of structure?
It was grass. Some grass.
Fishing grass.
Sticking up out of the water. Yes, sir.
All right. So that's a share lunker. It's not the legacy class, but we've got all that squared away. So expect some stuff from Parks and Wildlife on that. All right. Let's get some pictures right here and hold up that Shimano Big Bass prize. 9th place, Lane Meyer and Bo Glouser. I may have mispronounced your name. 1390. Glauser. And they are also Bernie Bass. And wrapping up the top 10, Colton Long, Parker Katowski with Liberty Hill Fishing. There you have it, your top 10. We love y'all. We're super honored and blessed to be part of.
Thanks for watching this episode of Real Talk, where faith, fishing, and friendships come together. This episode was brought to you by Costa Sunglasses.